Welcome students to online classes of mathematics for class 8. In this video we're going to study chapter number 15, which is introduction to graphs, of NCERT textbook. Here we'll be looking at the exercise 15.3. This from the session number 3 for this particular chapter. Myself Deepak Gautam, TGT Mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with today's class. The chapter number 15, introduction to graph, is divided into total 3 subtopics, after which we have already covered the first 2 subtopics in the previous session. Now we'll be looking at the third one, which is the some applications of graphs. Based on this we have exercise 15.3. now let's start the exercise 15.3 directly. Here the question number 1 is, draw the graph for the following tables of value with suitable scale on the axis. We have to draw the graph of these values as given in this table using a suitable scale on the axis. So table is, we are given the cost of apples, and 1 apple cost 5 rupees, 2 apple cost 10 rupees, 3 apple cost 15 rupees, 4 apple cost 20, and 5 apple cost 25 rupees. Now we have to represent this data on the graph paper. So I have already made the axis of this graph. I have drawn this x-axis here and y here, and this point is our origin. X-axis is representing the number of apple, and y-axis is representing the cost in rupees. So we have to write this information also. X-axis is representing number of apples, and y-axis is representing cost, which is in rupees. So this is the labeling of the axis. Now you are asked to write the suitable scale. Now scale that we have chosen is, in your graph you will make the 1 centimeter equals to 1 unit. On x-axis. So the measurement of this graph, my graph is slightly different, but what you will do is, on x-axis you will choose 1 centimeter or 1 box is equals to 1 apple. And on y-axis you will choose 1 centimeter, that is 1 box equals to 5 rupees. So you have to mention this every time you draw a graph. That is the explanation about its scale of the graph. So we are taking 1 centimeter on x-axis as 1 apple, and 1 centimeter on y-axis as 5 rupees. Now let's represent these points. First we have 1 apple cost us 5 rupees. So when we buying 1 apple, that is costing us 5 rupees. Considering this as the 1 centimeter length. So 1 apple cost us 5 rupees. So the coordinate here is, since x-axis we have 1 and y-axis we have 5. Next is 2 apples costing us 10 rupees. So 2 apple cost us 10 rupees. So coordinates here are 2 and 10. Next is 3 apple cost us 15. For 3 apple we have to pay 15 rupees. So the coordinate is 3 and 15. Next, 4 apple cost us 20. And 5 apple cost us 25. So these are the cost of 4 apple, that is 20, and this one is for 5 apple, which is 25. Now what you have to do is, we will join these point by a straight line. Using scale, join all these point. So we get a straight line like this. So that's the graphical representation of the given data. I hope you understood how to represent this. We have chosen the x-axis for number of apple, y-axis for the cost, which is in rupees. We have divided, considered this as 1 centimeter. So on x-axis 1 centimeter is 1 apple, and on y-axis 1 centimeter is 5 rupees. And you have to mention that here on the graph also. Now let's see the next one. We have the distance traveled by a car is given. So in time, which is in r, and distance which is in kilometer. Okay, so at 6 a.m. he has traveled 40 kilometers, at 7 a.m. 80 kilometer, at 8 a.m. 120 kilometer, and 9 a.m. 160 kilometer. Okay, so first we have to represent this by the graph, then we have to answer the few questions here. Okay, so again I have already drawn this axis. I have drawn this x-axis here, y-axis, and I have marked this origin. Okay, on x-axis I am taking time which is in r, and on y-axis I am taking distance which is in kilometer. Okay, so let's define the axis now. On x-axis we have, let's consider this as 1 centimeter again. Okay, 1 centimeter is equals to 1 r, and on y-axis 1 centimeter, okay, this one is representing 40 kilometers. Okay, and here on x-axis I'm taking time, and y-axis I'm taking distance. Okay, let's mark the points now. At 6 a.m. he was at 40, so at 6 a.m. he was at 40 kilometer. Okay, 7 a.m. 80 kilometers, at 7 a.m. it was 80 kilometers, 8 a.m. 120, at 8 a.m. he has traveled 120 kilometer, and at 9 a.m. 160 kilometer. Okay, 9 a.m. it's 160 kilometer. Let's write the coordinate. This is 6 and 40, this is 7 a.m. and 80 kilometers, this is 8 a.m. and 120 kilometer, and this is 9 a.m. and 160 kilometers. Okay, now again we are going to join this to make a straight line. Okay, let's do this using scale. Join all the points and you will get a straight line. Okay, so that's the graphical representation of this given information. Now we have to answer a few questions. First one here is, how much distance the car has traveled between 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. So at 7:30, which is between the 8 and the 7, let's mark this point on the graph. He was at the distance of here, this which is on the y-axis between 80 and 120, that means 100 kilometer. Okay, so this is 7:30 a.m. and he has traveled 100 kilometers. Okay, so answer for this one is, I am writing those answers here. Okay, you can write them in the below part. Okay, so answer for the first one is 100 kilometer. Okay, then second is, what was the time when the car had covered a distance of 100 kilometers since its start. Okay, again, since the start, at the distance of 100 kilometer, the car was at 100 kilometer distance exactly at 7:30 a.m. Okay, so that first time is 7:30 a.m. So that's the answer of the two questions of the this given graph. Now let's see the next one. Part C, we have interest on deposits for a year, which is given here. If you deposit 1000 rupees, you get 80 rupees as interest. If you deposit 2000 rupees, you will get 160. For 3000, 240. For 4000, 320, and for 5400. Okay, so first we are going to represent this again on the graph, then we will answer these three given questions. Okay, so let's, as I have already drawn the axis. Okay, on x-axis I have chosen the amount which is deposit, and on y-axis we are taking the interest. Okay, again let's define the axis. On x-axis we have 1 unit or 1 centimeter. You can say 1 unit is equals to how much? 10,000 rupees, not 10,000, 1,000 rupees. Okay, and on y-axis we have 1 unit. Considering this as the 1 unit, that means 1 centimeter on your graph paper. So 1 unit is equals to 80 rupees of interest. Okay, this is deposit and this is interest. Okay, now let's mark the points. First one is, for the deposit of 1000 interest is 80 rupees. For the deposit of 1000 interest is 80 rupees. For 2000 interest is 160 rupees. For 3000 interest is 240 rupees. For 4000 interest is 320, and for 5000 interest is 400 rupees. Okay, so these are our points. Okay, let's name them. We have 1000 rupees, 88 rupees as interest. For deposit of 2000 rupees, 160 rupees as interest. For the deposit of 3000 rupees, interest as 240 rupees. For the deposit of 4000 rupees, interest is 320 rupees. And for the deposit of 5000 rupees, interest is 400 rupees. Okay, now let's join these points. We'll get a straight line like this. Okay, now based on this we have to answer a few questions. First one is, does the graph pass through the origin? So the answer for this one is yes. When we extend this, it's passing through the origin O. And second is, use the graph to find the interest on 2500 for a year. So 2500 is between this 2000 and 3000. Okay, so let's find the interest on this from the graph. Draw this line. Okay, let it cut this R straight line, then come back to this y-axis. So we got this point here which is between 160 and 240. That means this is 200. So the answer for the second part is 200 rupees. Okay, third is, to get the interest of 280 per year, how much money should we deposit? So to get the interest of 280 rupees, so let's mark the interest of 280 will be between 240 and 320. So that will be here. Okay, let's go to our line here. So once it cut the line, come back to from this point to the x-axis. So we got the point here. That means the amount is 3500. That is between 3000 and 400. So that is 3500 rupees. Okay, for this amount we get the interest of 280 rupees. Okay, so that's the answer of the all three parts of question number part C of question number 1. Now moving to the next question, which is question number 2. We have, draw the graph of the following, and we have to check is it linear. Okay, so we are given the side of a square in centimeter and the perimeter of this that square also in centimeter. Okay, so again I have already drawn the axes. So we have this x-axis here, y-axis here, and where the axes are intersecting we have this origin. Okay, on x-axis we have side of the square, and on y-axis we have perimeter. Okay, so let's write its units. So on x-axis we have, again considering this as 1 unit, that is 1 centimeter on your graph paper. So 1 unit or 1 box is denoting the 1 centimeter. Okay, and y-axis we have this 1 unit or 1 box is representing the 4 centimeter. Okay, so let's start marking the point. For side of square 2 centimeter, perimeter is 8. When the side of square is 2 centimeter, perimeter is 8. When the side is 3, perimeter is 12. When the side is 3, perimeter is 12. Okay, when side is 3.5, perimeter is 14. When side is 3.5, perimeter is, let's mark it in between here, 14. Okay, then for 5 centimeter of side, perimeter is 20. That will be here. And for 6 it is 24. For 6 it is here 24. Okay, let's label the coordinates. We have 2 8, this is 3 12, this is 3.5 and 14, this is 5 and 20, and the last one is 6 and 24. Okay, now we are going to join this point to check if they are forming a straight line. Okay, let's see. So by connecting them with the straight line, we are able to join all the points. Okay, so answer for this one is it asking you, is it a linear graph? So answer for this one is yes, it is a linear graph. Linear means we are getting a straight line after joining all the points. Okay, in similar way we have the next one and the last one from this exercise and the chapter. It is, we have to again represent the side of square, and now this time the area, which is in centimeter square. Okay, again this time I have marked the axes. We have axis here, y axis here, and the origin. Okay, on the x-axis we have the side of square, and y-axis we have the area of this square. Okay, so let's define the axis. We have on x-axis we have this 1 unit or 1 box. Okay, you can say 1 centimeter on your graph is equals to 1 centimeter, while on y-axis this 1 centimeter, the 1 unit is representing 4 centimeter square of area. Okay, let's mark the points now. First is for when the side is 2, area is 4. When the side is 2, area is 4. When side is 3, area is 9. For when side is 3, area is 9. 9 will be somewhere here. Okay, for side 4, area is 16. For side 4, area is 16. Okay, and side 5, area is 25. For side 5, area is 25, will be slightly above 24. Okay, so that will be somewhere here. And for 6, area is 36. For side 6, the area is 36. Okay, let's define the point. We have 2 4 3 9 4 16. Okay, 5 25 and 6 36. Okay, now you can see if we draw a straight line like this, it will not join the points. Like you can see, it's missing the other points. Okay, so we cannot join these by the straight line. So if you wish to join this point, you will get a curved line. Okay, which that means this graph will not be a straight line. We'll get a line like this. Start from here, from the origin, join it to this one, then to the next point. Okay, then again to the next point. Using scale you have to do this, then to the next and next. Now you can see it is not forming a straight line. Okay, so answer for this one, is it a straight linear graph? Answer is no, it's not a linear graph. Okay, so that's the answer for this question. So with this we have completed all the questions of exercise 15.3, and with that we have concluded the exercise 15.3 and the chapter 15, introduction to the graph. Okay, now you have to practice all these questions multiple times so that you understand them better. Okay, so that's all for now.